guys, and welcome back to watching Helen Blossom. So I've not actually said that in ages. I normally say how the devil is. Anyway, how the devil is. So I thought I would take these out for the day. Me and Mr. C. I know how you love a good old Mr. C. So I just thought that I would take you out a wee drive and a wee catch up with Mr. C. So obviously some of the video footage that I'm showing you is from our drive, and I'm particularly actually taking it because it's right in kind of fall colours and stuff like that, kind of autumn colours and stuff. So, Mr. C, what would you say is your favourite season?
My favourite season?
Do you have a favourite season?
Not really, no.
No?
I like all the different stages of the weather here.
Why?
Why? Because I just think it's just a good variety. And as long as the kind of weather sits about 17 degrees, I can wear my, well, even that, probably 15 degrees, I can probably sit and wear put my shorts on all the time.
I would probably say that I've seen you in your shorts and 0 degrees as well.
I don't know. As long as you've got the car,
Yeah.
you can wear what you want.
Aye. Because you love wearing your shorts, don't you?
Definitely.
Aye. You would quite happily live in your shorts and
Oh,
aye,
aye. Shorts and a t-shirt.
shorts and a t-shirt, and you're alright with that.
Aye.
Aye.
Definitely.
So you don't have a favourite season then?
No, I don't have my favourite season.
Do you like when it's autumn time and you see this, like the different colours in the trees and
Yeah, definitely.
aye?
Yeah.
But you're not particularly one for the heating, you know?
No.
You're not really that much into the sun and quite like being out of the sun and
I don't mind being in the sun if it's breezy. Where you get a nice bit of breeze,
Right.
so it's cooling you down. You know what I mean? And I think if you want a tan, you don't sit out in the sun all day.
yeah, aye, totally.
So just going out for a wee half hour, 40 minutes, without eating, then go under the shade for a while. You'll get a tan quicker than you will if you put suntan lotion. You've been out there all day.
You've really got to put your suntan lotion on to protect yourself, Mr. C. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like wearing your face mask at the minute. You're really not into that either, ain't you know?
Nah, I'm not into face masks. Face masks are not good for you.
They're helping protect.
No.
Why do you say that?
If you think of the amount of people who are struggling to breathe,
Yeah, like me.
right?
Yeah.
And they're not getting that same amount of oxygen in their body, so it will cause them more harm. Not getting enough oxygen in your body because you're breathing in your excess air that you breathe out. Is it carbon dioxide or whatever? So you're not breathing proper. That's my opinion. Not that I'm a doctor or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Professor Clark.
A professor or nothing.
What is it they say? Master and none?
Master or none, aye, I'm definitely none of that.
Do you enjoy driving?
Aye, I like driving.
Do you enjoy driving in this kind of a road, like the windy kind of a...
Doesn't matter. I don't mind any road.
No?
No. I don't mind driving in it.
I think you've kind of got used to driving on this road now,
Yeah.
haven't you? I haven't drove it for the last, I don't know, what about 15 years now.
Yeah.
Since, well, aye, it's obviously more, but since obviously my parents moved away, so
Yeah.
they moved away about 15 years ago, so yeah. Do you have a specific topic you would like to talk about today, Mr. C?
I thought one load of rubbish.
I know. I know, so let us have some of your rubbish.
Some of my rubbish.
Yeah, go for it. I put you in under the spotlight now.
No. So Helen sees all the rubbish that I watch on telly.
Yeah.
Some stuff might be interesting to some people, and some stuff might be like very non-interesting to others.
Yeah, some of it's like absolute brain damage. He does watch a lot of varied
Aye, varied.
stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
He does watch a huge amount of. He watches a lot of YouTube and stuff, but it's like he watches from health to cars to aliens to Donald Trump
Yeah,
to water experiments.
definitely. I don't think you showed them that video, did you?
No, I've not put that video up actually,
Right, so
but I do still have it. So comment down below if you would like to see Mr. C actually having done the, you know how he bought the water filter when he was in Home Bargains the other week there. He bought himself a water filter. Bellissimo, apparently. So comment down below if you want to see Mr. C putting me and Mason through the taste test. So
and me.
and Mr.
Mason
C.
put me in the
Yeah.
taste test as well.
Yeah, Mason put our dad in the taste test to see if our dad could actually recognise the difference as well. So comment down below if you want me to actually put that video up. I actually never put that one up because it was a bit of a fight back and forth between Mason and our dad at points. So yes,
So what you want to talk about?
on you go, whatever.
So you know how people always go to the doctor and the doctor always says to you, it's kind of like you're getting old and all these things start to go wrong with your body. Do you know what I mean? So they always want to try and cover up the problem by giving you things
Yeah,
rather than fixing the situation, which could possibly be quite easy remedied.
yeah, I totally agree with you there.
So, like, a lot of things could be based on people maybe not having the right amount of vitamins and minerals in their bodies, amino acids and things like that, and loads of different issues for that type of thing. Maybe create other problems like people going grey-headed,
Yeah,
right? Say,
and you researched the people going grey-headed, didn't you? And it turned out that it was sulphur. Your
copper.
copper. Was it no sulphur?
No, sulphur was to do with your
Stomach.
Your tummy.
Right, okay. So was it that you were lacking in?
One of the ingredients that it helps with grey hair, or you're losing the colour in your hair, I think it was copper. I follow this guy who's a naturopath doctor. So he's actually a vet. He's a vet, but he's a naturopath doctor as well. And he tells you he's been able to cure arthritis in animals for over 100 years.
He's been able to do that? That's no bad.
Well,
I tell you something, that's pretty decent because what age is he?
I think he's in his 80s.
But he's been able to cure them for 100 years.
Sorry, I've said it wrong. It should have been. They've known how to cure it for over 100 years.
Yeah. I knew what you meant. I was just taking the piss as usual.
So he gives you things like, say, like dogs. So dogs at one time only could live up to like 10 and 12 years. But because of the, say, like the mixtures that they do now for dogs, like the pellets, now like the dog food pellets and things like that, they've got all these added things in them that now like prolong the dog, I don't know, what is it, prolong the dog's life?
Yeah.
To, instead of some dogs maybe living to, they say 10 and 12, they'll maybe live to like 18 and 20, and there's actually some breeds of dogs out there have lived like 25 years and things like that.
Right.
So what he's telling you is things like, if you didn't do that to these animals, like cows and things like that, if the farmer had to take the cow to the vet all the time, that a burger would probably cost you like £1,000 because it'd be so expensive to keep them. So the farmer has to make his money back.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And things like that.
Right. So like if you were keeping them as a pet,
Yeah.
then you would get like what, how many years out of a cow?
You wouldn't keep a cow as a pet right enough, but
You might.
you know what I mean?
But you might.
Well, people do. What is it? Sheep? No, sheep. Pigs not, do they? So. Right, so. So these naturopath doctors, they look at health a lot different from your normal medical doctor. So they look to cure you through like food and things like that. So they don't look at medicine as such, and they don't get paid by the government. I'm only speaking when me listening to him telling you, because he's telling you that it's in America he's talking about how a lot of the big companies want to make money at half of people. So that the pharmaceutical companies make loads of money off the governments and things like that, because at the end of the day there's never really a cure for anything nowadays. Everything's prolonged longer, that they just kind of cover your illness up.
Right.
And I'm a kind of great believer that there is a cure for everything out there.
Yeah, I do believe that there's cures for, like cancer and stuff like that. I think that they're probably just they know that it'll stop the, what, I don't know what you would call that, medical industry. It would stop all the medicine and all that kind of stuff, wouldn't it?
Aye, definitely.
Stop all the, I don't know.
Well, if you had a cure for the common flu or a common cold, you had a cure for that, and nobody could catch it, you think of how much money
they would be missing out on.
that they would lose out on.
Okay.
Things like, stupid things like lozenges for
Aye.
somebody's throat. What do you call it? The
Bottle of Benylin.
the bottles of Benylin and things like that.
Aye.
Your pain relief to help you take away the shiveriness and things like that. So you think of the amount of money, if they had a cure for all that, how much money they would lose out on. And I'll be honest with you, I think there could be an upturn to that.
Look at that bit in that hole there. See it?
That's beautiful.
It looks like,
It's like a rainbow.
it is actually,
like a
there's like blue on it as well.
Yeah,
Isn't there?
aye, definitely. But I think there could be an upturn in it, rather than people having to take
It's not
medication.
blue, guys, it's actually the cloud, the way that the cloud is, but it actually looks blue. It's gorgeous. It probably wouldn't pick up in the camera, so there's no point in me actually. Well, I'm interrupting Mr. C's story, obviously, but
Sure.
I would then need to take yous off the...
They're probably all sleeping by now. Everybody's probably sleeping. They probably think I'm cuckoo.
Maybe. Oh,
And
you're a bit...
I'm a bit cuckoo.
You're right.
So
You could tell them a bedtime story. That could be their bedtime story.
I bet could be. But they'll be zonked out, man.
Well, see? They'll no hear their mister's snoring.
Well, I better record it for you.
Oh, that's what I'll do the night.
Listen
I'll
to-
just watch this back so
Right
that...
back.
Yeah, so that I don't hear you snoring. Oh, there you go. Problem solved. See? You just solved one of the medical problems.
Yeah.
I'm well impressed.
Right, that one.
Aye. Sorry, go on. Carry on.
So if you think there could be an upturn in these pharmaceutical companies, rather than taking loads of money off of people for being unwell, why not make people healthy? And okay, make
Because then they'll miss out on all that money.
But
Not only that, but all the jobs as well.
if you think of the amount of, how can I say it? You could bring out a pill. I'm just using this as for instance, right? A pill that helps your body, that the body doesn't need to feel sick all the time, and all these kind of things. Your hair colour could be normal. Don't get me wrong. I'm no down that they probably would want people to live to they're like 120 and 130, because the population in the world would be probably too much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
True. So there you go. That was a wee Mr. C story. So, now what you've got to do is comment down below and let me know if well, it sounds like we're, I don't know. Comment down below.
It's a time warp.
It's been a time warp.
Right.
Is that what it is? I'll say that again. Comment down below and let me know if you've enjoyed Mr. C's bedtime story. What were you doing there?
Try to swallow my head there. My cuckoo stories.
Cuckoo. If you've enjoyed Mr. C's bedtime cuckoo story, and if you have, and you want to hear another bedtime cuckoo story, let me know a subject, because he's quite open to talking about absolutely anything. So if you've got a story or a subject that you want Mr. C to talk about, will you be happy to talk about it, Mr. C?
Probably sure I could. As long as I've got you by my side.
Oh, shut up! Whatever. So there you go. Mr. C would be happy to tell you another wee bedtime cuckoo story. So comment down below and let us know a subject for Mr. C to, what could it be? Mr. C's daily rant.
That should be you.
Mrs. C's daily rant.
There you go.
Oof, there would be loads of them, let me tell you. Anyway, thank you for coming on this wild and crazy journey with us. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Look at all these lovely colours as Mr. C's speaking by them all. All the fall colours. Sorry guys, Mason decided that she was going to interrupt Mr. C's first ever storytelling. So, if you've got a subject, then do let us know, and Mr. C will have a wee think about it. And what?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
So, that wee thing I was talking about, one of the guys I watch, he tells you he can cure arthritis, rheumatoid, all the different types of arthritis. But now, within, like, I think it's rheumatoid arthritis when your hands all crumble up and all that.
Yeah.
Like things like that, he's saying that they can cure all these kind of things within a year. And things like that, so I know probably if you go to your doctors and your doctors say there's no such thing, you know what I mean, but these people are all taught all the one thing and they're never taught outside the box.
Yeah. I
Whereas,
think sometimes you have got to kind of a look outside the box if you don't feel as if your medical treatment is.
you think of the amount of people who's lying in pain and the doctors just giving them painkillers and they're not helping, and there could be a different method out there.
Yeah.
They've never just been shown it, and yeah, you might have to pay for it, but would you know, rather pay for it and all of a sudden it could be away?
Yeah.
And when I say pay for it, it could be buying something different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would say you're a wee bit of a believer on your vitamins and your minerals and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do believe that, I do think that, like, arthritis and stuff and things like that can be maybe not completely cured, but certainly helped a whole lot. I am a big believer in, this is something I've not said before, is I'm a big believer in juicing. You wouldn't believe it to look at the size of me, but I do believe in juicing. I do believe that it works. If you haven't actually watched Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead and Super Juice Me, then watch them because they're worth a watch if you are into that kind of a thing. There's no a lot of people actually are into that kind of thing, but I watched it, and yeah, I do believe that things like juicing can, because it's giving you all the nutrients and everything that you don't normally get. We've got a juicer in the house, and from time to time go through spells of using the juicer. Mason loves green juice, absolutely loves it. I'm actually a bad mum because she would quite happily have green juice every day, but I just don't buy the stuff in to make her the green juice, so that's no good, because it's one way to get their vegetables. So me and Mr. C's just sat talking for the last 10 minutes thinking we were recording, and we weren't. What are you doing? You're on a bench, you tit!
What?
Oh, no wonder they're doing that. Oh my god! What an absolute... Oh my god, I can't believe that they actually done that there.
There's no point worrying about it.
And there is a point in worrying about it because we're behind them.
You just can't follow them.
Seriously though? And there could have been another car coming in that direction. That's ridiculous.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, I think I better switch this off before I get thrown off YouTube. So until next time, if you can't be good,
If you can't be good, just be kind. As I always say, it doesn't cost you anything just to say hello.
yeah, to be nice.
Just to be nice. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Unless you don't want to. It doesn't cost anything.
What, to be nice?
Just to be nice. Just to ask somebody how their day is or how they're feeling. Or doesn't cost anything. Does it?
You're too nice.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't either, but